Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 66 plate Ford Transit Custom. This has got the 2 litre TDCI 105 brake horsepower engine. It's the Trend model. This is the L2H2, which means it's the long wheelbase with a high roof. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a custom Trend of this age, and we'll also talk you through the condition of this particular example, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So, starting here at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that we've got rear barn doors. What I mean by that are 2 doors which open in that sort of fashion. On a Trend, one of the bits of spec that you get as standard is parking sensors, and as you can see here, we've got rear parking sensors there, nicely integrated into the rear bumper. Very nice on any van, especially when you haven't got the visibility out of the rear doors. In terms of condition here of these rear doors, I've had a quick look at the rear doors of this van already, and it does appear to be in very, very good order. Having a look sort of down the side in line with it, there's no dents or anything obvious that I can see there. It's all looking very, very nice indeed. If we open up the rear barn doors, you'll see here, this has already been done, but this yellow arm would usually be in this position here. If you pull on that, it clips into position there against the door, and that then allows you to open the doors right out to their 180 degree position, and you can do exactly the same with both doors. Again, this one's already been done by the looks of it, so you can open those right out there to 180 degrees, gives you maximum accessibility then into the rear of the van. You can see here that this has got brand new ply lining. So we've had this done with our contact for the ply lining. As I say, this has all been freshly done yesterday, and it's looking really, really nice in the back of here. Of course, we've still got the original factory fitted hard plastic floor in the back of here with plenty of tie down points around the vehicle as well. Of course, the purpose of the ply lining is to protect the van. If you were to have cargo in the back of here which would fall against the side, it stops any outward dents from happening there. Of course, we've got the factory fitted bulkhead there as well, which is just bolted in around the outside, so you could take that out if you didn't want it, maybe converting this into a camper van. And you've got the load through hatch down there as well, which is very, very handy, allows you to load longer lengths through. I'll show you that in just a second. Optional extra on this particular example, and that is the LED load lights in the roof. Not sure if the camera is doing them justice, but they are considerably brighter than the standard lights that you would get in the back of the Transit Custom. In terms of condition, it's looking really good actually. As I say, on the back of these, on the inside of these doors, these sorts of areas here, these exposed metal areas, they would usually, as I say, if this van had had a hard life, they would be in a lot worse condition. Of course, you're going to get the odd little mark here or there, but overall, it's looking really smart around the rear doors. Very much the same story on the other side as well. Of course, again, you are going to get the odd little mark here or there, whereas if this had had a hard life, these would be absolutely battered, and that's all looking really good indeed. If I jump into the back, to give you some idea of height, I am exactly 6 foot, and I can just about stand up in the back of this van with my head sort of touching the roof. So, as I say, it does give you a really good height, so you can walk around in the back. If you a tradesperson, you've got shelves along the side of here, as I say, you can walk around. Gives you, as I say, it's a lot easier to use and live with these vans than it is the low roof ones. Plenty of storage there above the cab as well. An extra bit of handy space, and this gives you a chance then to look at the inside of the side loading door. And then just before we leave the back of the van, I'll show you the load through hatch. As I say, this just clips onto here via a magnet, and that allows you then to load right the way through there underneath the passenger seats. If you come out to the van, shut the doors here, and then we'll continue to go around the rest of the van. This is one owner from new, this vehicle, and of course it will be going through our workshop as well before it leaves us. Looking then down the passenger side of the vehicle here, we have just unfortunately had a little shower, so we have got a few droplets of water on here, but we can still have a good look down the side here and see for any, looking in the reflections, we can have a look for any dents, marks, anything like that, but it's looking in really good order. We've got the 15-inch Trend wheel trims all round, which come as standard. And then if we open up the side loading door here, we can have a look. Gives you another aspect then of the load area there, so you can see the floor, the bulkhead there. Again, you are going to get a couple of marks on the bulkhead, but that is not in bad condition at all. It's all looking really clean and tidy down the side there. There's nothing I can really see. There's a very small little ripple just here, but that is quite common where people when they shut side loading doors, people have a tendency to put their hand on the back of the door at the same time and sort of push at the back of the door to push it shut. So it's quite common to see maybe a little pin dent or little ripple there. It's quite common to see. Moving then round to the front of the vehicle, on a trend you get a color-coded front bumper. So as you can see here, all that's in the frozen white. You get front fog lights, front parking sensors as well. Good headlights on a Transit Custom, far better than some of its competitors. Looking at the condition here at the front, all looking very good. Again, we have got a few droplets of water, but as I say, I've had a good look around this van previously and it's all looking very nice indeed. Of course, you can get the odd stone chip here or there, but overall looking really smart. And then finally looking down the driver's side before we jump in the cab. And again, the only thing I can really note there is a little dent just there on the crease, but otherwise looking really, really clean and tidy. Very, very presentable van indeed. If we open up the driver's door, we can then have a look inside the cab and have a look at the spec that you get inside here. So looking at the step, it's all in good order. Same with the driver's door card as well. On top of the driver's door, we got electric windows, electric folding mirrors. That's how those are operated. You also get then auto activated lights and wipers. You've got 2 full remote keys with this vehicle. Having a look at the driver's seat here, plenty of adjustability. So you've got height adjustability here. This controls the height of the front of the seat. They call this thigh adjustment. Backrest adjustment as well. You've also got the factory driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. You've got the leather multifunctioning steering wheel. So on the right hand side here, this is where you can control the volume for the radio, and also you can answer and hang up the phone. And then on the left hand side, that's where you've got your onboard computer. And if I click on those buttons just there, that will then bring up the mileage, 51,648 miles. And you can see there that the vehicle is all idling correctly. There's no warning lights on the dashboard or anything like that. All lovely to see. Having a look at the driver's seat, it's all in very good condition. There is the usual sort of wear on the driver's seat, which is say you would expect from someone sliding in and out. And say the bolster of the seat is all fine. That's not taken any serious wear there at all. But as I say, just maybe on the front and in this sort of area there, usual wear to see there. We've got the fold down work tray with a couple of cup holders and somewhere to store your paperwork as well. You can actually lift up the front of these seats, flip them forward, and then that gives you access to the underneath of the seat. So if you are loading in from the back, you can actually see that cargo in there, or as I say, it's just a really good storage under there. You can do exactly the same with the far side seat as well. Looking here on the steering wheel, you've also got cruise control, lovely bit of spec to have, which comes as standard on a Trend. Bit of storage up there on top of the dashboard as well, USB, AUX and a 12 volt socket up there. 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with that 105 brake horsepower engine, another 12 volt socket down here. Looking at the radio, this is of course where you can connect your phone via Bluetooth. And if I jump into the driver's seat, to the left of the instrument cluster there, heated windscreen, that's the actual elements in the screen, not just the blowers. If I put the vehicle into reverse, you'll then get the parking sensor display there to show you where items or objects are located around you. Moving out then, just to summarize this vehicle, this is a one owner from new Ford Transit Custom Trend. It's the L2H2 long wheelbase high roof 2-litre TDCI with 105 brake horsepower. Lovely condition throughout. It really is in very, very nice order. Far better than many examples that I've previously seen. Nice spec as well, as standard on a Trend. So as I say, you get things like the cruise control, heated windscreen, all very, very nice to find. parking sensors front and rear. This particular example as well has got the AdBlue, so it is Euro 6. You can take this vehicle into the ultra low emission zone areas such as central London without having to pay the ultra low emission zone charge for that area. If you'd like to inquire on this long wheelbase high roof custom trend, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed here at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles starting as low as 7.9% APR, so very competitive in terms of vehicle finance. And we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. All of our vehicles can be delivered nationwide at a cost. Please feel free to give us a call, and as I say, we can give you a quote for delivery nationwide. And as I say, that doesn't stop you in terms of finance, part exchange as well. All the usual services we can do remotely. Thank you very much for watching.